This is my quick betting breakdown for the final card this weekend. Brandon Royvall vs. Manel Kape in the Apex. Starting off with the parlay pieces, I like Teresa Blade versus Jamie Linholt to go over 2.5 rounds. Both of these girls, in my opinion, aren't finishers. Jamie Linholt is pretty much the complete opposite of a finisher. She is very defensively sound, and offensively, she throws good strikes, but she doesn't really have much aggression or much high volume. She's pretty patient. She stays very fundamentally sound, which means she often avoids getting finished and does not do much damage either. She's rarely been in a fight that looks like it's going to get finished. Teresa Blade is pretty much a lame prey grappler. She can finish very low levels of competition, but Jamie Linholt is pretty decent, especially on the ground. So I think this one definitely goes over 2.5 rounds. Next parlay piece is more of the same here. We're going with Melissa Croden versus Yana Santos to go over 2.5 rounds. I think both of these girls are pretty solid fighters. Yana Santos is definitely the better grappler. She has good control and she does have some submission ability herself. But again, most of her finishes are against low levels of competition. And she does struggle to get the fight to the ground, often relying on judo throws rather than proper takedowns, which can be stuffed quite easily. Melissa Croden will have decent takedown defense. She should do a decent enough job here not to get completely mauled in this fight. And I think on the feet, neither of them have some extreme power. They're both decently technical strikers, so I think it'll likely cancel out. I give Croden a striking advantage though, so I do think this one goes over 2.5 rounds. Now for my straight bets, I like Jillian Robertson on the money line here. I know this is a close fight and Amanda Lemos is an absolute veteran, but she is getting up there in age, and throughout her career, she has struggled with wrestlers. And Jillian Robertson is a pretty high-level wrestler who is getting better and better with each fight. Jillian Robertson may struggle to get the takedowns here early, but she will be relentless. She will keep shooting those takedowns. And I do think she will get Lemos down, and I think she will be able to control Lemos for extended periods of this fight and win by most likely a decision. So on the money line here, there's some decent value in my opinion, and I like her to get this one done. My next straight bet is Cesare Jacek to get this one done against Cesar Almeida. Now, Cesar Almeida is a high-level kickboxer. He fought at Glory, but in my opinion, his skill set has not translated well to MMA at all. I do not think his striking in MMA is very good. He's been hit with some clean boxing shots. He's been dropped multiple times in the UFC, and even his wins are against low-level guys where he's not looking that good. I'm pretty high on Cesare Jacek, despite it being his debut. He has good boxing. He has a very nice and accurate left hand, and I think he's going to hit Cesar Almeida, who isn't the best defensively, and I think he's going to put him out here. So on the money line, I like him here as a younger, hungrier, better striker, harder hitter in this fight, and I think he gets this one done. Now for my high odd bets and prop bets, starting off, Brandon Royvall on the money line. Brandon Royvall is plus 250 in this fight, and I know Manel Kape on paper is a pretty bad matchup for him, considering Royvall has sloppy defense at times and Kape is very accurate and hits hard. But in a 5-rounder, Royvall is going to be throwing output all day long. He's going to be the busier guy, and I trust in that. He won 5 rounders against Tatsuro Taira, Brandon Moreno. Kape has never gone the 5 rounds. Kape's best wins cannot compare to Royvall, so at this price tag, I like Royvall here, and I also like him to win by decision, which is at plus 550, because I do think Brandon Royvall will most likely not finish Kape. He isn't the biggest finisher, and I think if he wins, it'll be by decision. So at these odds, I love that play. Next, I like Cesare Jacek by knockout. I touched on that earlier. I think he's going to hit Cesar Almeida. Cesar Almeida is getting old. He's not the most durable fighter, and I think Cesare can find a KO here. Morgan Charrier by knockout against Melquizel Costa. Now, I'm not super confident in this one. I don't think Morgan Charrier is a lock. I think it's a pretty 50 fight. But if Morgan Charrier is going to win, I do think it's going to be by knockout. Melquizel Costa is a good fighter and he's good at range, but when you can pressure him up against the cage, he leaves some bad defensive openings. If you go back and watch his last fight, he was getting hit clean against Julian Erosa, who is a very slow and old kind of fighter. Morgan Charrier is going to be way more explosive, hits way harder than that. So I could definitely see Morgan Charrier get another KO here. Then I like Jillian Robertson to win by decision in this fight. I think it's most likely her path to victory here, and I think she's going to get takedowns and control Amanda Lemos. This is at plus 275, which is very high odds for what I think is the most likely outcome. And even if you're not feeling the Gillian Robertson side, you can just play this fight to go the distance at plus 130, which is still plus money, which is great odds in my opinion. Now, if you want all of my bets for this card, click the Discord link in bio or in the comments down below, and let's make you some money on the final card of this year. Let's go.